Hello guys, welcome to another video of Carolina EDC. In the title video, we have a scope from a company called Hunters. Now, they reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in checking out some of the products. And as you know, there's so many companies nowadays, especially down on Amazon or in the interwebs, that are very affordable coming out of the country, if you know what I mean. Yeah, China. So many companies are coming out with their own budget-friendly type scopes. A lot of this stuff could be for airsoft. A lot of this stuff could be for for very small calibers. But they are coming out with a lot of good, cool optics and scopes out in the market. There's so many out there that's just flooding the market, especially on Amazon, like I mentioned, where they're budget friendly, and a lot of people are looking for a budget friendly option out there, especially now with the economy the way it is. You want to be able to save any money or can afford stuff like the higher end products out there that people talk about and use. And we're always looking for something that is going to get you by and just do the job just as similar as any other optic, similar to what they make, especially with scope and red dots. So there's a lot of companies out there coming out with their own version of those products out there, and here's one of them that they sent out to me. This is a kind of second focal plane LPVO type scope here. This is 1:6 by 28, short to medium range. It comes with a mount already and everything, which we'll take a closer look at it here in a second and read some of the specs and everything about this scope, which is, I think it's a pretty decent scope in my opinion for the price. And like I said, I'm not going to say price because you know how YouTube is, but easy to find on Amazon. I'll try to put a link in my bio on my Instagram, on my campsite, or somewhere in the comments below where you can check this scope out, which I think is could be a great option to have if you're looking for a budget build and scope to go with it. So all right, let's go ahead and get a closer look, take a closer look at this and everything. All right, let's take a closer look here in a second and see what we got. Stand by. All right guys, like I mentioned, this is for TechHunters. They got a store on Amazon, so if you got Amazon Prime, you get your shipping and all that. But these are very affordable optics here, again, from this company that they sent me. And this is a LPVO single focal plane, which is 1:6 by 28 millimeter scope, second focal plane. It comes with a mount already, so you can mount it directly to your rifle right away out of the box. It has some torquage poundage written on top, which I really like. See, that way you have to search and see how many pounds. You can already have that information already on there. It does tighten up with your regular screws here. Some of the specs of this scope, which I think is a pretty good scope in my opinion. It looks clear glass and everything. Wider view, the ultra wide field of view is very good at 100 yards, and it's got 9 layers of anti-reflecting coating, which it does in my opinion. I mean, I have tested a lot of high-end scopes, and this seems to be right on par, just either below them or close to it. But 12 level illuminated reticle. In the box, like I said, you get the scope. This is the box here. Again, Hunters, and you get the scope and everything. You get your instruction manual and everything, your turret cap, so you got caps on there, so be able to protect them, so you want to shift. The reticle is pretty cool. I like it. Trying to give you a picture of what it looks like here on the book just to make it easier. That's what the reticle looks like. It is MOA, and as you can see, the reticle, once you magnify, that's what it looks like, and everything else there. So pretty simple. MOA reticle. The smooth on this is very nice, smooth lever already on it. You got your caps and everything that comes with it. You got your diopter to adjust the backside, just like pretty much any scopes nowadays. Everything is laser edged on there to know which way direction you're going to. And the cool thing about this, again, is illuminated. The only thing it is, you have to rotate it all the way around to get to the brightness setting. Now, one thing I have to say right out of the box about this optic here, and the illumination is not the brightest I ever seen, but it's enough to get you or see the optic if it's in very low light conditions and everything else as far as that goes. But warranty, not really sure about the warranty. The box doesn't say anything, and I'm mistaken as far as the warranty go, but it is waterproof, fog proof, and I had it in the truck just now, and the glass doesn't fog. I mean, it's pretty good. It's got enhanced clarity, which is like I said, anti-reflecting on there, so you get pretty good light transmission through it, but it doesn't reflect at all as much as. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Simple scope, LPVO, second focal plane. And I think it's, again, a great option to have if you're looking for budget type optic, LPVO, to do your plinking, shooting, whatever it may be. As far as durability goes, that's something you have to do more research. Again, this is first time I ever heard of this company, but like, you know, there's plenty companies out there that may be good or not good. But other than that, this been so far so good. I have shot approximately about 100 rounds through it so far, just to sight in and get it all sighted in. But anyways, let's go ahead and load up, shoot some rounds through it, and get a group going about 50 yards. So stand by. All right, guys, we got a target at 50 yards, and we're going to shoot a 5-round group just to see what kind of group we get. So far, this thing's been pretty decent, pretty pleasant. It's doing what it's supposed to do as far as the optic goes. And the clarity on this is very nice, and I think you won't be disappointed for budget-friendly type optic. Now, like I said, the reticle, it's not the brightest in the daylight, but in the DOS and everything, it does real well. So, all right, let's go ahead and put a 5-round group at 50 yards, see where we at. And like I said, I'm the one shooting, so I'm not the best shooter. As far as I can see, I'm in the 6 magnification, and just to give you a reference, looking at a 50-yard target from left to right from target, I can see probably around 5 to 7 yards left to right, and the clarity on this is very nice. All right, so we'll look at the target here in a second. Let's go ahead and shoot the still target at 100 yards, see if we can hit it. All right, here we go. Yeah, pretty much dead center at 100 yards with a target, no issues at all. So at 100 yards, looking at the still target, left to right, to give you a reference again, you got at least 10 to, I'd say about 10 yards from the target, left or right side. And the clarity on this looks real nice. The reticle is nice. Like I said, it's got the shoe horse and the dot in the middle, and you got your notches left, right, and down for compensate your shots at a long range and everything else. But let's go ahead and take a look at the 50-yard target, just to give you an idea what kind of group I got. Like I said, I'm not the best shooter, but I'm very impressed how accurate the scope has been holding so far after, you know, a little over 100 rounds so far. So, all right, let's take a look at it. Stand by. All right, about 50-yard target. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take that any day of the week. So, yeah, very good. Like I said, 50 yard, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the still target right quick just to show you where I hit. All right, 100 yards. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. No problem. And yeah, definitely like it. Again, very nice scope. Like I said, nice clear glass, and the reticle is easy to pick up even without illuminated. If I mentioned, it's at 12 brightness. CR23 something is the battery. I'll put it on the screen. And yeah, I really like it. Let's continue. All right, guys, let's load up some more mag. Another mag here. Still a hot day out here in the south, but can't wait till wintertime. Who doesn't love the wintertime? Summertime, it's just been rough this year. Over 100 most of the days, and it's ridiculous. But also, I found this uniloader, which I needed an AR mag loader, because, you know, I'm getting old. My hands are not the best, arthritis, carpal tunnel, all that good stuff, you know, old people get like me. But man, this thing makes it a lot easier. May not be the faster, but that's okay. But it makes it a lot easier. It is universal. Really cool mag loader here. Definitely check it out. I did got it on Amazon. I think they run around, no, I got that from Uniloader. I think they run around 40 bucks if I'm not mistaken, and they come in different color. This is OD green, and like I said, it is universal. You can adjust it to whatever mag. Doesn't matter if it's a double mag, AR-10, AK, whatever. You can use this. It's very easy to use. All right, enough talking. I thought you might like interest in that. So let's go ahead and reach to 100 again. Shoot some still. Just have some fun with this scope here. All right. 100 yards. Like I said, no issues at all. The scope clarity is nice. Again, especially on a hot sunny day like this, it is. I like the reticle. I don't like those Christmas tree type big, all kind of different things. So much going on those reticles. It's just very confusing. I'm not an expert when it comes to long range shooting. But that being said, if I just want a scope to reach out a little further and be easy to use, definitely something like this is something you may be interested in. And again, you can adjust and learn about the elevation holds and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm not a professional when it comes to long distance shots, but other than that, it is doing what it's doing. It is half click MOA adjustment, if I didn't mention that. Battery compartment on the left side, 2032, I think it's the battery, if I'm not mistaken. But as far as the adjustment and the magnification, it's perfect. Nothing to really run about, but it does the job. The reticle is nice. Also illuminated, like I mentioned, which I will not be using much of the time unless I'm doing low light type stuff or night vision, night stuff, whatever. You have some way to have a reference to see the reticle. But other than that, it's doing what it's doing. The mount is holding real solid, hasn't moved. I like the mount, which is real nice. I think it's very nice mount for what it is, especially for the price this thing come again. So make sure to check this, check the link. Again, they got some optics available, but this is the 1:6 second focal plane, which I prefer. Some people can't argue with me about that, but that just comes to preference. As far as goes, I like the reticle to stay the same. Like I say, that way I have too much stuff going on in my field of view from the first focal plane. Is just too much going on when you have that as well. But on that, it's doing what it's doing. I like it so far. Comment down below, what is your the best budget optic you have found lately, this year or year before, whenever, and how's it holding? What is the reticle, the magnification, whatever. Comment down below which one has been your best low budget optic out there in the market right now. But this one so far, 150 rounds as today with this, and I have to say I really recommend it if you're looking for something this budget. That's pretty much it. I appreciate TechHunters for sending the LPVO. Make sure to check those guys out. I think you'll be pleased to get something like this on a budget. I said budget. As far as the price goes, as far as durability goes, that's something, again, you have to do more research. Again, I don't do any destruction, torture tests or anything like that on optics. It's not my thing. So make sure to check other channels or anybody out there that have probably tested this at a hardish conditions, or maybe. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn notification bell so when new video comes up. I'm posting videos every week, at least 2 a week. As well, go follow me on Instagram. Posted content, products like this that I'm reviewing in the channel to kind of give you a sneak peek what's coming up and what I'm reviewing at that time. As well, deals, discounts, all kind of things. So make sure to check my campsite link in my Instagram so we can check all that stuff out. That's the way to support the channel. But the best way to do is by subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and that helps me a lot. So guys, that's pretty much it. Comment down below what you think about the TechHunter LPVO 1:6, as well any other stuff that you have seen on the channel. As usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.